And we have our own version of a reality show here with Brett Miller. Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment is pleased to welcome one of Ohio's finest reinsmen, winner of over 6,500 races, $50 million in purses. Brett, it's safe to say horses are in your pedigree. I would say that, right?
Yes, no doubt. I grew up doing this, and once I started driving horses, this is all I wanted to do.
And you're here now tonight. But first of all, where are you based? Where do you live right now? You have a wife and 3 kids, right?
Yes, I live kind of in between Pocono and Chester. It's 2 hours from here. Takes me about an hour to get to Pocono Downs. Takes me about an hour to get to Chester. So kind of in the middle of all the tracks around here.
And you have a lot of options at hand. What is your schedule kind of like, or do you have any type of firm schedule?
Yeah, I do Pocono and Chester full-time, and I come over here on Friday nights and, hopefully to pick up some stake horses. And so far, it's worked out so far.
Absolutely. And you're also headed to Mohawk tomorrow night. You've got actually the race page is right there in front of you. You're going to drive a couple in the North America Cup eliminations, Beat the Drum, and tell it like it is for Jimmy Takter. He is a serious contender.
Yes, I feel the same way. I qualified him a little over a month ago. He paced the last quarter in 25-2. I'm not so sure if I've ever had one go that fast. And we raced him his first start at Pocono in the Sire Stakes. He got a 2-hole trip. He won in 49-1, but he did it very easily.
All right. And, of course, you were second in the race with We Will See, right?
Yep.
Terrific stuff. Well, you drove Dancin' Yankee, speaking of Pocono Downs, to a world record equaling 148-1, or 147-2, I should say, just after winning this race here, the Van Rose Memorial at Pocono Downs. Now, after winning this race, did you know he was sitting on a world record?
Honestly, the mile that he went in the Van Rose, the track was off. So for him to go in 49 on an off track, I definitely thought he could go a little faster on a fast track. Wasn't so sure he'd go 47-2. But the horse is razor sharp right now. We finished 4th in the Molson up in Canada
last Friday,
and things didn't go quite our way, but the horse is sharp right now.
Last week here at the track, he had a couple of wins. Eric Cash Hanover equaled his lifetime mark, 148 down the road. Had you ever driven him before?
Never sat behind him. I've watched him race a lot. I think I even drove against him with We Will See. And, the horse always looked like he was very good on the front, so that's what I tried to do with him last week.
You were quite urging him on there in the deep stretch. Were you going after any type of record or anything? He's a millionaire with a lot of class.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? He was going a big trip, and I was just making sure he paced right through the wire.
All right. Well, he certainly did that. Let's take a look at your drives tonight. Starting in the first race, the one Magic Check, just 1 for 25, and maybe he's just looking for some magic and a check in the first.
Yeah.
How do you approach a drive like that?
When you sit behind a horse like that, I've never driven him, so you talk to the trainer, and you try to find out what he likes and what he doesn't like. And, obviously with a horse like that, you try to work out a trip.
Absolutely. Race 3, the 8 Matriarch Hanover. Well, this mare didn't show a whole lot in her debut here. How are you going to approach that? Conservative?
Yeah, exactly. Horses like that. If you're big odds and you looks like you're in tough, you gotta look to follow the best horse in the race and work out a trip, and hope you beat him late in the mile.
Driving for Jimmy Takter, as you will tomorrow night with Tell It Like It Is. Race 5, you've got the one Donatella Hanover, a Super Bowl division winner earlier this season. A definite contender in there.
Yes, for sure. Looks very good.
Did you look at the program before you came tonight, or is that what you do?
You know what? Honestly, I haven't had a chance to look at it very close yet.
You got 3 kids. You're busy with those. Right?
Exactly. When I get in the paddock, I'll get to look at the program a little closer.
Now, in race 6, you made an interesting choice. The 2 Simple Saver off a sharp effort. That was first-time Lasix. Your choice over the 9 Monochromatic. Or was it a choice?
Yes, it was a choice. I drove Simple Saver a couple weeks ago. We had a bad post position, and she finished really well for me. and she come back, and I seen that she raced very well. And you know, when I drove her, I really liked her, so that's why I chose the driver.
Okay, looks like a winner there. Race 7, the 7, Smoother Ride, a runner-up to the Raging Quick Deal last week. That horse was basically uncatchable. I think this horse has a big chance tonight.
Yes, definitely. I've driven the horse 3 times now, and every time I've driven him, I've really liked the horse, and he can rough it. He can come first over.
All right, terrific stuff. Race 8, you've got the 9, Woman of Terror, owns a big late kick, and trainer Steve Elliott's been pretty hot.
Yes. I always enjoyed driving horses for Steve Elliott, and I'm glad I get the driver.
All right, moving on to race 9, the 2, Mega Man. He's shown some marginal improvement in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this horse, I don't know what he'll do here, but the horse actually wasn't that bad his last start at Chester. He wasn't that bad.
Okay. All right. The line deceiving, perhaps. Race 10, the 5, Marcus B. An okay 5th last out, but he does find a beatable field in there.
Yes, true. And, he looks like he could, he does have a little gate speed, so I could either go either way in that race.
All right. And race 11, the 6, Not Afraid, an easy winner at Pocono. Then he was far back 7th. Well, that was to market share and a world record, the Maxi Lee.
Yeah, this is a very nice trotter. When I won with him at Pocono, he did it pretty handily. And last start, he was in very tough, and I think the horse just got a little discouraged getting away back that far. So hopefully we'll be, get away up close tonight.
Put him in play, right?
Yep.
All right, race 12, the 3, Twin Towers. Well, this is a long shot shipper from Freehold. Play it by ear.
Yeah, exactly.
And the 13th, the 6, Ideal, a little seems to be better coming from off the pace. But will you judge that when you're scoring the horse down?
Yeah, I've went both ways with her. I put her on the front 2 starts ago. She got a little tired, but she did go a good mile, so we'll just have to play it off the gate.
All right, Brett Miller, do you like Deep Purple? I know the King, George Anthony, likes to call you Deep Purple.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a lot of fun. Brett Miller, thanks for joining us tonight, and best of luck tonight and at Mohawk in the North America Cup. Maybe you can do a little better than second this time around.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Brett Miller in the sulky here. Bob Hollywood Hayden, the Hall of Famer, is up next.